either of. Why 2026 matters, ladies and gentlemen. Let me be brutally honest with you. The calendar doesn't care about your excuses. It's moving forward with or without you. 2026 is coming. That is your time. And the only question that matters is who will you be when it arrives. This isn't just another new year. This is your checkpoint, your reset, your turning point. Because the truth is, no one is responsible for your time. The most people sleepwalk through life with the perfect moment, waiting for motivation, for miracles, and they wake up one day wondering where their life went. But not you. Not this time. That is your time, because 26 isn't about what happens to you. It's about what you decide to do with it. It's a blank canvas. And you can either let it fill with distractions, doubts, your rhythm and dead ends, or you can step into it with clarity, hunger, and unstoppable momentum. You don't need to know everything right now. You just need the courage to start, because when January 1st hits, as you're the lucky, it will reward the lazy. It will reward the prepared, the focused, and the fearless. This is your moment. This is your wake-up call. Why does 2026 matter? No one is a pie time, because your future is already watching, and what you do today will echo in every month of that year and every year after that. So let's stop talking, let's start building. 2026 is not waiting. Goal funding, master one high income skill in. Listen closely, the world doesn't pay you for what you know, it pays you for what you can do exceptionally well. In today's fast moving world, attention to your thoughts. And knowledge is cheap, it's everywhere. But mastery, that's rare. And that's exactly what separates those who control their future from those who are just surviving. Want freedom, real freedom. It starts with mastering one high income skill, not jumping from one thing to another, not dabbling, mastering. A high income skill is something the market is willing to pay a premium for. Skills like digital marketing, copywriting, coding, sales, video editing, graphic design, leisure time, financial consultants, and problem solving. These solve real problems, and problems will always be in demand no matter where you live or what degree you hold. But here's the trap most people fall into. Time. They chase everything and finish nothing. They try design for 3 months, then switch to trading, then hop to YouTube. Result, they're average at many things and great at none. 13 your thoughts. That is your time. And let me tell you something. You don't get paid for what you start. You get paid for what you finish. You must pick your lane and go deep. You don't need 10 skills. You need one that you become world class at. So good that people say, who need you? That's when everything changes. That's when income shifts. What is one is interrupting your thoughts, because that is what that's when people start calling you instead of you chasing them. That's when respect enters the room before you do. But what is mastery? It's not watching a few YouTube tutorials. It's not reading 3 blog posts and calling yourself an expert. Mastery is repetition, obsession. It's doing it again and again when nobody is clapping, nobody is watching your thoughts. That is your time, and you're tired of doing the same thing. Truth is, mastery is boring. While the world is chasing the next trend, the master is repeating the basics while others are distracted. The master is locked in sharpening one edge every single day. And once you master that skill, it becomes your leverage, it becomes your currency. It travels with you, earns with you, grows with you. No one can steal it. No one can steal it. No one can take it from you. If you're thinking about, I don't know what skill to choose, here's the answer. Pick the one that matches your personality. That is curiosity and your long-term value in the market. Don't pick what's trending. Trends fade, principles stay. Ask yourself, can I see myself doing this every day for the next 3 to 5 years and becoming great at it? If the answer is yes, that's your lane, then you go all in. Not 50%, not 70, 100%, and learn daily. Adapt your time, practice nightly, build real projects, fail publicly, improve privately, track your progress, study the best, take feedback, do the work others avoid, because that's where the rewards lie. That is your time. There are no shortcuts to mastery. You give it on sacrifice and focus. But once you arrive, everything opens up. You stop applying for jobs. You start choosing them. Clients chase you. Companies notice you. People trust you. And most of all, you trust yourself. If you want 2026 to be the year you finally break through, start here. Stop waiting. Pick your skill. Master it. That is your time, and let that mastery unlock doors the average effort never could. Gold Tool CM, create a stream of passive income. Let me tell you, something that most people never realize until it's too late. That is your time. If you keep trading your time, I'm for money, you will always be you work 8, 10, maybe 12 hours a day. But the moment you stop, the income stops too. That's not freedom, that's not wealth. That is your time. That's survival. And in the new world, survival is not if you want to escape the paycheck to paycheck cycle. If you want to build a life of peace, leverage, you need to create a stream of passive income. Now, let's be real, yo. Passive income is money while you sleep from day one. While you sleep for not to get rich, quick trick. Thought is built now, earn later. It's about doing the hard work once and letting it pay you again and again without needing your daily effort forever. It could be anything. How can your thoughts? Is that a digital course you create, a book you write, or a product you launch, a mobile app you build, a rental property you own, a stock portfolio that pays dividends? All of these are income engines that run even when you're tired. That is your time. Say, most people spend their entire lives building other people's assets. They clock in, clock out, help their employer grow, but they never build something that works for them. No one has had your time. That's the mindset shift you must make. You don't need millions to start. You need three things: creativity, clarity, and consistency. Let's say you know graphic design. That is your time. Turn it into a digital product, an ebook, a course, a membership site. Do the hard part once, record, write design, and let the internet work for you. Maybe you're into fitness, create a training program. That is your time. Offer a subscription model. Off your skill become a system, and your system becomes your source of passive income. Even if you're good with money, you can invest in dividend stocks, index funds, or real estate. That is your time. Yes, it starts small, maybe $5 a month, but over time, compounding does the magic. One day it pays a bill, then your rent, then your life. And in today's world, attention is currency. Start a YouTube channel. That is your time. Launch a podcast, write a blog, share your lessons, build a brand, monetize it through ads, affiliate links, sponsorships. Yes, it takes time. Yes, it takes consistency. Dump does time. But once the machine is running, it doesn't sleep when you do. And let's not forget physical passive income, vending machines, rental properties, automated e-commerce stores. That is your time. They take more startup capital, but once built right, they scale. One vending machine becomes 10. One product becomes a brand. One property becomes a portfolio, but none of it works unless you build systems. Thoughts, that is your time. Passive income isn't about doing nothing. It's about building systems that do the work without you. Automate what you can. Outsource what you don't like. Systemize everything else. That is your time, because the more your system works independently, the closer you are to true financial independence. The biggest mistake people make, they wait. They say, I'll start next year. Here's your time when I have more time, but time is not the problem. Clarity is, are you going to keep depending on a salary, or are you going to build your own financial safety net? Everyone has something they can package. Monetize a share. You just need to start with one idea, one project, and one stream. Build it to a point where it keeps flowing even when you're not pushing. That is your time, because every hour you invest in passive income is an hour you buy back your freedom. And one day your time won't be consumed by survival anymore. It'll be focused on creation, contribution, the peace of time and peace of mind. So don't wait. 2026 is coming. Make sure you're not just earning. Make sure your systems are earning for you. That is your time. Expand your global mindset. Let me ask you something. Are you thinking like a local, or thinking like the world is your playground? Because the truth is, the world has changed. That is your time. Success is no longer limited by borders. Opportunity doesn't wear the face of one culture, one language, or one system. And if you want to rise in this new era, you must expand your global mindset. Known is your time. A heavy and a global mindset isn't just about fear, it's about perspective. It means you stop seeing life through just your neighborhood, your city, your country's media. No limitation in your thoughts. That's your time. It means you start seeing the entire world as your classroom, your market. The internet is your passport. Right now, from the device in your hand, you have access to global markets, global education, and global competition. You can study how startups grow in India, how digital creators thrive in Brazil, how innovation surges in China, how freelancers scale in Africa, how businesses sell in America. Connect those dots. You stop asking small questions and start playing a much bigger game. You stop saying, why is this so hard here? And start asking, there's your time. What are people doing out there that I haven't tried yet? Because here's a fact, a skill that's common in your city might be rare in another country. That is your time. A product that's saturated in your market might be brand new somewhere else. The person who sees the gap wins the game. When you develop a global mindset, you become dangerous in the best way. Why? That is your time. And because you're not dependent on one system, one boss, one economy. If one market crashes, one opportunity dies, you create another. You're not reacting to the world. That is your time. You're positioning, you're setting yourself inside it strategically, intentionally. And guess what? This mindset makes you harder to replace. When you understand how different cultures work, that is your time. You become valuable on global teams. You can communicate across borders. You adapt faster. You notice things others ignore. Players love that. Entrepreneurs profit from that. Become the bridge, and bridges get paid. If you're building a business, a brand, or even just a skill, think globally from day one. Don't create content only for one language. That is your time. Don't price your product only for one region. Don't limit your strategy to one local economy. Ask bigger questions. your thoughts. That is your time. How do I serve people across time zones? What platforms do they use in other countries? What currencies should I accept? How do I scale this across cultures? That's how global thinkers operate. That is your time. They don't just follow trends. They study patterns across continents. And if you want to expand your global mindset, start small, read international news, follow creators from different countries. Join global online communities, watch documentaries, take courses, listen to people from backgrounds you've never studied. Be curious, not critical. Learn instead of judging, because when your worldview expands, that is your time. Your opportunities multiply. If your view is small, your goals will be small. If your thinking is local, your limits will be too. But once you start thinking globally, you start building thoughts, a market control that I can control. This isn't about rejecting your roots. It's about new dimensions to who you are, new ways of thinking, new ways of earning. New ways of solving problems. 2026 will belong to the flexible, to the culturally aware, to those who look beyond the horizon and say, why not me? Why not now? Why not the world? So expand your mindset. For your time, expand your reach, expand your game, because the person who understands the world will eventually influence it. Goal-fully build unshakable discipline. Let's be clear. Talent isn't what builds success. For discipline is, because in the real world, motivation fades, luck runs out, and emotions change by the hour. But discipline is what keeps you going when nothing else will. Thoughts, that is your time. Discipline is the silent engine behind every champion, every millionaire, every master. Not their excitement, not their mood, but their ability to do what needs to be done, even when they don't feel like it. That's what separates the wind from the wishers. You want to change your life in 2026, then stop waiting to feel ready, because the truth is, successful people rarely feel ready. They just act. Your thoughts, that is your time. They don't need perfect conditions. They don't need applause. They need a mission and the discipline to execute it. Unshakable discipline means doing the hard thing when it's inconvenient. After your thoughts, it means waking up early, it means sticking to your routine even when distractions call your name. It means following your plan, not your feelings, because feelings change. You love me, your thoughts, that is your time, but your mission must not. Your discipline starts with clarity. You can't stay committed to something if you don't know what you're truly chasing. So decide, who do you want to become? Thoughts, that is your time. Not just what do you want to achieve, who do you want to be? A disciplined person has values that are non-negotiable and habits that are not optional. They build systems, not just dreams. Your thoughts, that is your time. They guard their time like a warrior guards a kingdom. They protect the energy, their focus, their peace, because they understand something most people ignore. Your focus is your future. Your thought, that is your time. Discipline doesn't mean you're perfect. It means you're consistent. It means when you fall, you don't stay down. When you get distracted, you pull yourself back. When life throws chaos at you, that is your time. You return to structure, build routines, create a schedule, wake up at the same time, exercise daily, set blocks of time for deep, focused work, review your goals weekly, track your habits. Desire time, don't leave it to chance, because every time you choose discipline over comfort, you're building something most people never will. Resilience, mental toughness, self-respect. That is your time. You will have to sacrifice. You'll miss parties, late night scrolling, temporary fun, but what you'll gain is worth it. Mastery, progress, power. Discipline also means choosing your environment wisely. No one does, because if you surround yourself with people who are lazy, distracted, unmotivated, you will sink. But if you walk with warriors, with builders, with people who expect more from themselves, you'll rise. As environment shapes behavior, so choose one that forces you to grow. There will be days where you'll feel invisible, where progress seems slow, where no one claps and no one cares. No one is your time, and that's the moment. Discipline is be forged not when it's easy, but when it's silently, when it's hard. That's where champions are born. So build unshakable discipline in 2026. Then up your thoughts, that is your time. Not flashy discipline, not temporary discipline, but the kind that holds you steady when the world gets messy. Because in the end, it's not about talent, it's not about luck. That is your time. It's about the quiet choice to keep going every single day, no matter what. And if you can master that, you can master anything. Give more than you take in. A world obsessed with getting rich, getting followers, getting ahead. The real power belongs to the people who give not just money, but time, effort, value, energy. That is your time. Insight, support. The truth is, long-term success doesn't come to the loudest. It comes to the ones who serve with quiet consistency, who create value before they ask for anything in return. 2026 to be the year everything changes. Start by asking yourself, your time, what can I contribute and what can I gain? Because here's what most people don't realize: when you give more than you take, you multiply, you build trust. You earn respect. You create relationships that last longer than transactions. And trust me, that's what opens doors money can't buy. Look at the most respected brands. They solve real problems. That is your time. Look at the most admired leaders. They serve first. Look at the most loved people. They care, they listen, they show up without keeping score. Giving creates connection. Giving builds loyalty. Now, if that is your time, giving makes you unforgettable. People may forget what you said, they may forget what you did, but they'll never forget how you made them feel. You helped them when they were struggling. No one is interrupting your thoughts. That you taught them something valuable. You gave them hope, a push, a tool, a truth. And guess what? That echo of giving, it comes back, not always immediately, not always in the form you expect. No one is your time, but it returns multiplied. You don't need to be rich to give. You just need to be intentional. Share your knowledge. Introduce someone to a helpful contact. Recommend a tool that changed your life. Your thoughts. That is define. Mentor someone younger in your field. Give honest feedback. Write something useful. Speak from experience. Every time you give, you grow. Giving sharpens your clarity. Time, it strengthens your leadership. It humbles your ego. And most importantly, it expands your impact. When you give, you stop thinking only about yourself. No one is into your thoughts. You start thinking at a higher level, one that's not just about success, but significance. And let me be clear, giving doesn't mean being a pushover. It doesn't mean saying yes to everyone. Your thoughts. That is your time. It doesn't mean letting people take advantage of you. It means operating from a place of abundance, not desperation. You give because you can, because you believe in growth. That is your time because you know the value you bring will come back around with interest. So while others chase short-term gains, you build long-term relationships. While others compete for attention, that is your time. You stand out through generosity. While others keep asking, what's in it for me? You quietly become the one everyone respects, and over time you become a magnet. Opportunities chase you. It is your time. People will refer you because open without you even knocking, because the world remembers those who gave first. So in 2026, become that person, the one who leads with value, the one who helps others rise. Erupt into your thoughts. That is your time. The one who shows up even when no one's watching, because your legacy won't be built by how much you earned. It'll be built by how much you gave and how many lives you changed because of it. That's your time. By final thoughts and power reminder. As the calendar races toward 2020, remember this, time doesn't wait. It won't slow down for your excuses, your fears, or your hesitation. It will flip. No lambs, that is your time, whether you're ready or not. The real question is will you be the same person next year, or the upgraded version you were meant to become? That is your time. These 5 goals are not just motivational ideas. They are blueprint, a strategy, a personal revolution. Master a high income skill, because in a world full of noise, excellence still speaks the loudest. At your time, create a stream of passive income, because freedom doesn't come from how hard you work, but from how smart you build. Expand your global mindset, because your future is not limited by your location. That is your time, but by your vision. Build unshakable discipline, because your success will depend more on your habits than on your hopes. Your time, and above all, give more than you take, because true influence is not about what you collect, but what you contribute. 2026 won't reward the passive. It won't reward the lucky. It will reward the focused. That is your time, the intentional, the relentless. You don't need the permission. You don't need perfect conditions. You just need a decision to stop waiting and start building, to stop reacting and start leading. That is your time to stop surviving and start transforming from the inside out. So as the year draws closer, don't just set goals. Set fire to your comfort zone. Go all in. Bet on your growth. Bet on your work ethic. That is your time. Bet on your evolution mission. Because if you do, 2026 won't just be another year on the calendar. It will be the year you finally became who you were meant to be. Let the world keep waiting. That is your kana.